on the big day. And it's been raining the whole time that we've been on the road. We left, I think it was around 4:20 or so. And there's a lot of traffic on that side. Thankfully, not so much on this side. Did I already say that we're near Oshawa now? Anyway, that's it for this quick little first clip. I don't think the camera's picking it up as incredibly heavy as it actually is. Did you just say Culver? Culver.
Patrick Harris soit de retour. La rumeur veut que Nathan
10:38 a.m. and it looks like we're coming into Montreal.
nerve.
Then turn left. Turn left onto Rue Jean Destres, then turn left onto Rue St. Antoine West.
I'm in the wrong place. Is anybody behind me? Can I fix it? I don't know.
Turn left onto Rue St. Antoine West. Turn right onto Rue de la Montagne.
Et Montréal, ça va bien ici, oui. I got butterflies. That's a beautiful building.
Turn right onto Rue Peel.
There it is. the Bell Center. And for some reason I'm tearing up just because I see the Bell Center. Oh gosh, aren't I silly? Okay, so that's the Novotel. There's the Bell Center over there. Oh! I think he's okay. That guy just fell off the bike in case the camera didn't pick that up. Yeah, so there's the Bell Center over there. The Belvedere Hotel is somewhere back there. And we can't check into our room yet. Check-in is 4. Check-in for sound check is 3 p.m. And I'm all in a whatever you call it. So, and yes, parking is a nightmare. So far, our experience here in Montreal is not exactly welcoming. Aside from the fact that the caravans, I've received several hugs and amazing greetings. And yeah, we're not very impressed, are we, Franklin? Right now, we're trying to figure out parking, which is not working out. Crazy drivers, and it's 1:19 p.m. so I guess I'm okay, but I would like to be in the lineup with all the other caravans. We haven't eaten much today, but I'm not sure if I could eat right now anyway because I've got butterflies and stuff. Hi. It is Friday, June 6th, and the big event is over, and oh my gosh, it was so amazing, awesome, wonderful. Wow. I think I'm starting with a cold. I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. But you know, I'm okay, and I'm having some technical issues. I was trying to put together a video with what's few clips I have, but the problem is that when I put the video from my cell phone into my editing program, I have no sound. I have the sound when it's in my iPhoto, but when I put it in my iMovie, no sound. So what I'm gonna do is talk to you a little bit and record the video again with this camera. Eventually I made it to the waiting area outside. Some fans were signing their autograph books and stuff for each other, and that reminded me that I had intended to do that too, but oh well, it's okay. I saw them and I got a bunch of hugs and things, and so it was okay. Then there was it had been sunny and really hot, and then all of a sudden it just got dark. Like, okay, like not like nighttime dark, but like really dark. And the wind picked up, and it was like really, the wind was really high winds, and it was blowing around some dirt and some papers and all kinds of stuff. It was blowing around, and a short time later it started to rain, and it was crazy. So yeah, I'll show you a little bit of footage of that, but it's very short footage, but I'll show you. Okay, so yeah, this was intended to be a photo, but I accidentally did a video instead. Okay, and then this is from when it started to rain. Not much to that. Shortly after that, they let us inside the building, so we were waiting in line. We were waiting in a long line up, three wide. We were waiting for quite a while to get into the sound check, but while we were waiting, we could hear Corey and his band rehearsing, and a few times some specific songs we heard and we were singing along and stuff like that, and then when I heard my song, when I heard Never Surrender, I started crying and everything and all kinds of stuff, and I had my hand on my chest like this, and I was like and I was just, you know, enjoying the moment, and one of the caravans looked at me and he said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Yes, I'm okay." But truth be told, I was a little bit dizzy, and I was a little bit tired, and was hungry and thirsty. It was approaching 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I hadn't had anything to eat since breakfast, and that was like at around ridiculous AM and stuff. So there were a few moments that I was a little dizzy and things, but yeah, I was okay. Anyway, and so finally we got into sound check, and that was so wonderful. The building itself, like, the area where the building itself is a maze, and it's confusing to get to where you're going, especially when you first get there and you don't know where you don't know where anything is and everything. But with Franklin's help and a few of the caravans, yeah, we eventually found our way and stuff. But anyway, the area where the concert was held was really, really amazing. Like, it's really a neat feeling, and it's huge, and it's gigantic. Anyway, it was really, really awesome, and pretty well impossible to describe the feeling when you're sitting there on the floor in front of the stage in like the 4th row or so, and all around you there's all this, you know, the stadium seats, and it, oh my gosh, just hard to describe, just amazing. Yeah, Corey came on, his son Rain was on stage with him briefly, and Corey was talking to us and everything, and he didn't want to let us go, but he had to, because he had to start to, you know, he had to save his voice for the 4-hour marathon concert and everything. And oh my gosh, it was obvious that a lot of work by a lot of people was put into this fantastic, amazing, great wow of a show. Oh my gosh, it was awesome. And Corey looked and sounded his best ever. Like, yeah, it's obvious that he's been rehearsing a lot, and I mean, not that he's ever been bad at singing or anything. He's always been good, but he just was really, really, really awesome. Yeah, Julie was there too, and yeah, just wow. And so yes, sound check was awesome. And so after sound check, a bunch of us were confused, and we didn't know what to do. We didn't know if we were allowed to leave the building and come back and stuff like that. We didn't know where to go in order to get our tickets or whatever. And then eventually we found another lineup, and so we figured, okay, well, we might as well, I guess this is what we're supposed to do. So we got in the lineup, and then we eventually figured out that we were in the correct place, because that was the lineup to receive our goodie bag. So this is the bag. This is the bag. And so this is for the VIP people, of course. And this is the awesome book. And look, he personalized it. P.S. No more bad luck. That means that he knows who I was. And so awesome. Thank you, Corey. And here I go again. Here I go again. I've been doing this for days. Anyway, and so yeah, these okay, so that's that stuff that's in there now isn't what was in there originally. But anyway, so I had ordered the wrong size t-shirt. I never know what size to get because every t-shirt maker makes it a different size. Okay, so this is the awesome t-shirt. That's the front and the back. Okay, so it was supposed to be the 31st of May, but it ended up being changed to the 3rd of June, Tuesday. And so we were standing in line, and I saw a few people ahead of me looking in their bag and taking out a piece of paper and looking to see what the piece of paper said. And so I thought to myself, okay, well, maybe I should look in the bag and see what's going on. And I looked, and I saw, now it's crumpled up now because I folded it and did all kinds of stuff to it, which I probably shouldn't have done, but anyway, but the paper was inside the bag just like this, and I slowly pulled it out and opened it up, and when I read the English part, when I read this, oh my gosh, I fell to my knees. I started screaming, and I kept going, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, over and over again, oh my gosh, I got one, I got one, I got one, and I started screaming and crying, and oh my gosh, and so, and I was shaking so hard, and I couldn't stop the shaking. The shaking lasted like at least 20 minutes, I'm sure it did, and so, but when I texted my family, because I had told them that if I got the golden ticket, they were going to get a text. And they sure did get one. And I tried, but you can see how shaky I am. And this is after the shaky was starting to subside just a little bit. But I got one. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I got one. And so after getting the goodie bag, we were ushered into a room, right, and also along with the paper was this lanyard, and so I put it on immediately as soon as I found out, that that's what that meant. I put that on me, and then we were ushered into a room where we got our actual ticket for the concert. I ended up being able to keep the whole ticket after all, which is awesome. Kind of expected that they would end up, tearing a piece of it off or something, but I still have all of it and I still got into everything. So anyway, between that and the actual concert, Franklin came back to the Bell Center because he had left to try and figure out the hotel and parking issues we were having and stuff. So anyway, yeah, when I was waiting for that, he came and helped me out because my cell phone was dying, and I wanted to be able to record when Corey did Never Surrender. And I didn't know that cameras would be allowed. In fact, I had been told all along that they wouldn't be allowed. But when I got inside the concert, I saw many people with actual cameras, so I would have been able to, but I didn't have my camera with me. But I think in the end that turned out for the best anyway, because if I had had the camera with me, I would have been focused on doing videos and stuff like that, and I wouldn't have wouldn't have focused on enjoying the show as much as I did. And so I think it was, you know, it was good and bad at the same time. But so yeah, I don't have a lot of good footage. In fact, I don't have any good footage, but I have some footage and stuff. Anyway, but yeah, as I was saying, Franklin came and helped me out, and he brought my cell phone's charger because I had left everything in the car. And yeah, silly me. But anyway, all the stuff I had planned to do and to wear or to have, anyway, none of that worked out. But oh well. And it's okay, because it was just awesome and amazing night to remember forever. My camera's battery was dying, so Franklin plugged it in while I wolfed down some granola bar like things and stuff like that, because I needed something, because I would have fainted for sure by the end of, you know, the show, because I hadn't eaten very much at all day, and but the most important thing was that I was so thirsty, so I needed some water, and Franklin brought me some of that too. And anyway, he took some photos with his cell phone, and I don't know if his cell phone video will do the same as my cell phone video does. So yeah. Anyway, so I'll show you some photos that Franklin took of me while waiting and eating and stuff. Some of this and of my ticket and stuff like that, and then some wearing the sunglasses, right, which was also part of the package. The sunglasses. It says Corey Hart on them, on both, whatever you call that part of the glasses. So that's pretty awesome. I had official Corey Hart sunglasses to wear during the song this time. At the Masonic Temple I did not. Okay, so just in case the sound problem is happening there too. I'm not excited at all, am I? Right, and here's another one. What are you doing? I'm wolfing down something before I go to the red carpet for the big 4E Hart concert. So it turns out that the red carpet was for something else. It wasn't for us. But anyway, that's okay. Okay, so after all that panic and everything, I found some caravans who were willing to help me out, and we eventually found the right place to go, and we stood in line again. The wait wasn't too bad this time, and then we went to our seats, and well, you know, before we got to our seats, there was the merchandise table. There was some stuff that I would have liked to have had, such as a painting made into a poster that Corey's daughter had painted. And I love it. I think it's beautiful. I didn't get anything at the merchandise table. And so then we made our way to our seats. The concert is so beautiful. Like I was saying before, so beautiful, awesome, wonderful. And I don't have a lot of footage. Like I said before, my battery on my cell phone was dying, so I was saving it for Never Surrender. But Franklin did manage to charge it enough so that I could do a little bit. And so I have a few clips, but they're not very good. But here we go. I'll play what I do have. So that's Desperado he's singing. And again, I wanted to make sure I had enough on my phone for all of Never Surrender. So I just did really quick clips here and there. But the light show and the videos that he was playing on the background, oh wow, so awesome. Okay. I don't remember what I couldn't make out what he said there, but he yeah, I think I thought he was going to start Never Surrender there, but he didn't. This one. Wake up, Maggie, I think I got something to say to you. So he was doing songs that he'd always wanted to do in concert but never had a chance to and stuff like that. So that was one of those. Right, and then I already showed you this, but my shaky hands with the... Take it. I wonder why they're in that sequence. Huh. This one... I think it stays dark for a while before the video actually starts, but... Oh yes, I was trying to... I wanted to take just a photo, but I couldn't figure out how to get my cell phone to switch to still photos as opposed to recording. And so I did that instead. And again, I don't know why it's in that sequence. Oh, okay. So those first few clips must have been from the sound check. Yeah, I think that must have been it. And then the tickets, and then now we're at the concert. Trapped by your fears, reach from high ground. This is another, well, I mean, all of Corey's music is awesome, but this is another of my absolute favorites. Because I am by your side. Yeah, I am by your side. Awesome, awesome song. And you can hear me screaming there too. And I would have loved to have had that whole song too, but... And I mean, obviously, you can't see very much, but... You know, I have the sound and I have it good enough. And I mean, a lot of the fans have really good videos, and so I can watch theirs and stuff. But, okay, here we go. This is Jenny Faye, another really good, meaningful song for many, including myself. And this is, I don't think I have a clip of me in there, but a fan sent me a clip. Right, so this was a very short clip. But in this song, Everything in My Heart, he had a video in the background here where things that the caravan had been posting on their Facebook pages and things like that were showing up here on the screen, and it was really awesome and it was emotional, and Corey was very emotional and crying during this song, and of course all of us were too when we saw that. And yeah, it was pretty emotional event. And okay, and so this is Never Surrender. And you hear me screaming my lungs out. And I promise that I usually sing much better than that, especially on this song. But trying to scream loud enough to sing loud enough for him to hear and everything, well, yeah, results in very bad singing, but anyway. And I was shaky and everything because I was so emotional, because it was my song. That's me. Oh, and I lost it here. I love this guy's... He can play. Oh my gosh, he's awesome. And I love the sound. Okay, and here I was anticipating, I kept thinking, oh, it's coming, the full ad-lib that I love so much and everything that I kept seeing in the specials on TV and everything in the 80s and whatever, and then he didn't do it, and honestly, I was a little bit disappointed. But he more than made up for it later, and you'll see that soon. But obviously, you know, I'm still screaming my head off, so I was still quite happy. Okay, and now, when he starts this, everybody goes, oh! That wasn't me that screamed that. final curtain. And yeah, that song's very appropriate because he sure did do it his way his entire career. And it's emotional because of course this was the last ever concert from him, and we were thinking this was the last song, but then he surprised us with a little bit more, and I totally lost it. I was like this for quite a while, and so you'll see. Oh, yeah, it was Julie Mass. It was her birthday, and Julie is Corey's wife. And so, yeah, the fans were singing Bonne fête, so happy birthday in French. Right, so here he's telling a story about... Oh yeah, and he was having a technical issue with one of his earbud things. So he's telling a story, and at first I thought he might be talking about me here, but then it turned into something completely different. And it ended up being that one of his fans had always wanted to sing Chase the Sun, and so he brought her up on stage and she sang, and she did it beautifully, but I don't have any footage of her singing, but she really did. She could sing. They sang the song together. Right, and he was telling the story in French and in English. And then this was like the ultimate, okay, so what's coming up is what I had been waiting for like 25 years or so to witness live. And so I lost it just like this, and oh my gosh, and you'll hear it in the video. You'll hear me like this. Thank you, Corey. Okay, and so that was that. So from there, a couple of the fans that were sitting in front and in back of me, they saw me like this, only a little bit more and intensely, and they said, you know, you're not done, right? Because there was still the meet and greet coming up, and so they were saying, like, you know, collect yourself, you know, get yourself together. So anyway, and then we went to the meet and greet, and just hold on. So to get to the meet and greet, again, there was a lot of confusion and people didn't know where we were supposed to go. We didn't understand and things, but eventually we figured it out. We helped each other out and everything, and we figured it out. We went and we sat on the floor, and then we were told to move up to sit in the bleacher things. Shortly after we did, we were brought into a maze again, into the building and behind the scenes and stuff, and then we ended up in a room, and there was a fridge full of bottles of water, and everybody took one, and that I was very grateful for that because I really needed that. A few times during the concert I felt kind of dizzy, and my heart was kind of pounding strangely and stuff, and I thought I might faint. And I think it was a combination of being exhausted because I had been up since 2:30 that morning, and it was like after midnight by this time. So yeah, I was pretty tired, but it was all so worth it. We went into this room, we sat down, and then we waited for our names to be called, and we were called in groups of 5. There were 25 people with the golden ticket, so we were called up in groups of 5. Then we once in the room where Corey was, we were asked to stand in line in the order on which she had it on her paper. She kept calling me Phobe instead of Phoebe, and I kept telling her it's okay, it's okay, I'm here, that's what matters. Stuff like that, and it's true. I knew she was talking to, I knew she meant me, and that's what really matters and stuff. But anyway, when I was next in line, she was talking, she kept saying Phoebe, 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 silently, so that she would get it right when it came to introduce me to Corey. But the fan ahead of me, oh, the poor girl, she was so scared, and she was thinking that she was going to do everything wrong and all kinds of stuff, and I felt so bad for her, but there wasn't really much I could do about it. You know, not much I could do to help her. You know, I kept telling her that she would be fine, and Corey is great and stuff like this. And at one point, when she was waiting for the other person to be done, she said, I think I'm going to run. And I said, oh, you'll regret it if you do. You'll regret it if you do that. So you just hold on just a little bit longer. And then when it was her turn, I said, Corey, and he looked up at me, and I said, she's really scared. And so he took her by the shoulder gently, and he said, what's wrong? And then he talked to her, and she, you know, they had their photo and stuff, and I think she did great. And then after after I had my turn and I went out, and like I'll tell you more about that, but yeah, after I saw her again is what I'm trying to say, and she was still really upset and thinking she did everything wrong, and she was just so overwhelmed and everything. And I mean, I could relate to that part, but anyway, I thought she did great. And anyway, I just hope that if you're watching this video, I hope that you're okay now, and I hope you don't regret anything now and stuff. And I really felt for you. And anyway, when it came to my turn, I don't know if it was partially because I was trying to be strong for her or what, but I was a lot different than I thought I would be. Like, I thought I'd be like this and hardly able to utter a word and stuff, but I managed to say thank you and to talk to Corey and he looked me right in the eyes and stuff, and I was able to say thank you for never surrender, and to tell him why it is so important to me. And he was good enough to give me like an extra minute so that I could tell him that, because before I did say, he was about to leave the room to get some water or something to drink, and I asked him if I could have just one more minute because there was something else I needed to say, and he indulged me, and once I told him, he gave me another hug. I gave him like 5 hugs throughout the thing, and it all went by so fast, but it was so awesome. And when it came to take the picture with him, I messed up the first one because I pulled my glasses off just as the photographer was clicking, and so I feel bad about that. But anyway, when I apologized because I wanted to take the glasses off, Corey said, "Oh, she's beautiful with or without them," and I just anyway, he's really, really sweet. And I started reading the book today. In some of the first pages, he's telling a story about Billy Idol and the first time he met Billy Idol and not Billy Idol, Billy Joel, sorry, Billy Joel. And when he first met him, one of the first things he thought was, he's a smaller man than I thought. And that's funny because that was my reaction to Corey too. Like, I don't mean a small man in the negative connotation of that. I mean that he's about Franklin's size. Franklin's my husband, and he's approximately my height, and I always thought Corey was like really tall and a lot bigger of a man, like not fat, but I just thought he was bigger. And it was really weird, and you know, to find out that he's actually like smaller than I thought, and it was really neat. He said a bunch of stuff, and like, yeah, I'm ashamed to say that I've forgotten some of what he said, but there's one thing I remember, and Corey, I hope you meant it, because I'm going to do it. He said read the book and write to me. So I'm going to write to you, Corey. Yeah. Lots of hugs, and an item off my bucket list has been crossed off, and it was just really, really an amazing, wonderful experience, and I got our money's worth, and I'm just really, really grateful, and thank you to everybody that was involved in the whole entire event, because it was really, really awesome, and it was worth the confusion and and the sore feet and the long wait in lineups and stuff. It was worth all that stuff. It was worth the rainy drive up and the parking issues and everything. It was worth every little tiny little thing that went wrong. In the end, it was all really great. And yeah, I've been doing this. I've been trying, like, every time that I think about the meet and greet, or a moment in the concert, or a moment in the sound check, which reminds me, there was a wedding proposal during the sound check. That was awesome. And anyway, yeah, every time I think about the whole event, the whole day, I burst into tears and I'm crying like crazy, and I'm having trouble sleeping still because I just keep remembering everything and stuff. But it's so worth it, and it's just really, really wonderful, and I'm so grateful, and I'm just so happy that I had the golden ticket. Thank you so much. Thank you. So yeah, I mean, there are so many stories that I could tell, and so much more that, you know, yeah, more that I could talk about, and I could go on for a long time, but this video is already too long as it is. If you've been watching and you're still here watching, thank you. Thank you for watching throughout. To all the caravans, to the caravan, thank you everybody who helped me out, and thank you for all the hugs and for all the genuine happiness for me. Like, it wasn't, you know, it was really cool, because instead of being jealous or being another bad thing, everybody that saw that I had the golden ticket, they were all happy for me, and they were congratulating me and giving me hugs and just telling me how happy they were for me and everything, and even the people that didn't make it to the concert at all, and you know, they're happy for the ones that did go, but I mean, my heart goes out to the ones that couldn't go anyway. But I mean, even them, they're still saying how happy they are for me, and I'm just, it means a lot to me that, you know, they genuinely are happy for me and stuff, and I wish I could have taken everybody with me to meet Corey, but anyway, thank you everybody for everything. Hi again. A couple of things I forgot to say. Behind me when I was going to meet Corey was another fan. She told me that she had wanted to talk to me when we went to the back in the day bash thing there in Toronto in 2012. She said she didn't that day because one because she was shy, and another because she always saw me surrounded by a lot of other fans who I truly was, at least while we were waiting for the doors to open that day, I was almost as famous as Corey that day. I do remember that, you know, there were a lot of people wanting to talk to me and stuff, and they were so happy that I had made it and stuff because they had seen the Corey Hart Tradition video and everything. So anyway, she said she had so many things she wanted to tell me, and I didn't see her again after. So she still didn't get to tell me the stuff that she wanted to tell me. So if you are watching, please find me on Facebook and friend me and tell me. I am interested. I would love to know what, you know, I would really love to know your thoughts on the video and things, and, you know, whatever it was that you wanted to tell me. And I'm glad that we met. Okay, and the other thing that I wanted to say is that while I was waiting for Franklin to come get me after all the wonderful stuff had happened. And I wasn't alone, by the way. I was never alone, because there were always at least 1 or 2 caravans willing to help me out and stay with me until until I was okay, and I did the same for them and stuff. So yeah, us caravans, we take care of each other. and I'm very grateful. So anyway, yeah, while I was waiting for Franklin to come get me to take me back to the hotel, I saw a man come out of the building further down from where I was standing. The things he was carrying looked like instruments in their cases, and I was thinking, is that one of Corey's band members? And I was trying to think, I'm pretty sure he looks familiar. And he had this wonderful smile, and like we didn't lose eye contact from the second that I saw him, and he was smiling at me, and when he got close enough for me to hear him, he said bonjour, and I said bonjour, and I didn't have enough nerve to ask him for an autograph or anything, but I kind of regret that I didn't now, because I've seen other fans' photos, and it definitely was one of Corey's band members, because yeah, it was him. Sadly, and I should, but I don't know his name, and so yeah. So that was kind of neat. Anyway, I watched him get in his cab and go, and yeah, that was pretty neat. So, okay, this time I think that is it, for real. Okay, so, see ya. Peace to all.